Hi everyone. I wanted to go over a few of the basics from the earlier part of the course. So, philosophy. What is philosophy? Philo in ancient Greek means love or lover, and then Sophia means wisdom. So, philosophy is the love of wisdom. It's really considered the search for truth. So whenever we engage in philosophy, what we're trying to do is we're trying to discover truths about the world around us, truths about ourselves, and that is really the thing in which we are engaging, is this process of trying to find truth. Philosophy is the oldest of all of the academic disciplines, and every other academic discipline actually came from philosophy. So it's like the mother of all the different academic disciplines. One of the things that I'd like for y'all to be aware of is that different philosophers have different ideas about how we talk about various branches of philosophy, and philosophers will often disagree with each other, and that's fine. People can disagree, but the way that I learned philosophy and the way that I learned about these various branches of philosophy is obviously the way that I'm going to teach you about them. So if you read or hear something different, then that's fine. It's just a different way of talking about the subject matter. This class is focused on ethics. Ethics is one of the various branches of philosophy, but also in this class, we need to talk about logic. So earlier in the semester, y'all had your brief introduction to ethics. For those of you who took the time to read the framework for ethical decision making and do that quiz, y'all got a little preview of the different types of ethical theories that we'll be talking about now that we're actually getting into these theories. So we start off with value theory, and value theory is also called axiology. And with value theory, what we're doing is we're trying to determine what it means to live a good life. And that means we're talking about one life, one person's life. That's different from normative ethics. With normative ethics, and that's where we're going to spend most of our time for this class, is talking about normative ethics. But with normative ethics, we're talking about these systems for us to live together in a human society. So with value theory, you're looking at one person's life, whereas with normative ethics, we're looking at these systems where we're trying to create norms of ethical behavior so that we can all live together. So those rules would apply the same to everyone. The three big Western philosophers when it comes to normative ethics, the three who have the most lasting influences as like the fathers of their various branches of ethics, are Aristotle, John Stuart Mill, and Immanuel Kant. So with Aristotle, we'll take a look at him when we talk about virtue ethics. We'll also take a look at some other forms of virtue ethics, such as Stoicism. We'll take a look at Aztec virtue ethics. We'll also get into ethics of care, which will lead us into feminist ethics, and then environmental ethics. When we talk about John Stuart Mill, Mill is one of the two founders of utilitarianism. And we'll then move on to Immanuel Kant. So Kant is the one who established deontological ethics. Now, you have probably heard of these different philosophers, and you've probably actually heard of the main rule for each of their different ethical theories. You just might not know that that's what you've heard of. So with Aristotle, if you've ever heard anyone say that you should do all things in moderation, that's following Aristotle's golden mean. If you think that you should make a decision based on doing whatever it is that will produce the greatest good for the greatest number of people, that's John Stuart Mill's utilitarianism. And if you're a person who thinks that you should always do the right thing, no matter what the consequences are, but that you should do the right thing because it's the right thing, you're a Kantian. So, I wanted y'all to have this brief introduction to these different basic parts of what we'll be talking about over the semester. I am trying to keep these videos relatively short, so with this 5-minute philosophy video, I wanted to introduce you to those basic ideas in philosophy. What is philosophy? What are ethics? And those big 3 Western philosophers that we'll be talking about here coming up pretty soon. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video, or at least got something educational out of it. I'll see y'all next time. Have a great day.